Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now with the main headlines. Secretary General of Imam Hussein Shrine demands preservation of Karbala's sanctity. First Shi'i morning assembly held in Germany after 1-year ban. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Karbala, infrastructural development needed for Husseini pilgrims. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation runs Quranic religious programs during the blessed month of Ramadan in the holy city of Karbala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. This is Yunus Dawood and you're watching Shia Waves live from Imam Hussein TV 3. Hassan Rashid al-Abaichi has called for the preservation of the sanctity of Karbala. Secretary General of the Holy Shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam made his comment during a ceremony held to appreciate the efforts made by the organizers of Quranic gatherings during the blessed month of Ramadan. He further added that I declare from this pulpit that any violation of Holy Karbala's sanctity must be prevented because it embraces the holy body of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, his beloved brother Hadr Abul Fadl Abbas alayhi salam, and other martyrs of Karbala. We should not witness corruption in the holy city of Karbala, he stressed, adding that Quranic circles should be held throughout the year. Shia followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam held the first morning assembly in Germany after the practice was banned for 1 year, reported German newspaper General Angeisel. The report adds that about a year ago, the government placed a ban on public azadari and performance of Husseini rituals in the streets for some of the biggest German cities, stating that most of these ceremonies were held by Pakistani Shi'is living in Germany. According to the news agency yesterday, April the 23rd, about 100 Shi'is living in the state of Rhine freely carried out their religious rituals for the first time after about a year. It should be mentioned that between 5.3 and 5.6 million Muslims live in Germany, with Shi'is of Ahlul Bayt representing 4% of this community. Sayyid Araf Nasrullah has called for the development of infrastructure with the aim of providing better services to the pilgrims of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. The Public Relations Officer of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala received a number of guests today, Monday, April the 24th, and said the holy city of Karbala, as the city of the Master of the Martyrs alayhim salam, should be developed to accommodate millions of pilgrims on different occasions. Of course, these developmental plans should be executed such that heritage of the holy city of Karbala, especially the historical places, is preserved. This way, the future generations will not only be deprived of it, he also added. Let us remind our respected viewers of today's headlines. Secretary General of Imam Hussein Shrine demands preservation of Karbala's sanctity. First Shi'i morning assembly held in Germany after 1 year ban. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Karbala said that infrastructural development needed for Husseini pilgrims. Also tonight, Shawwal the 3rd marks the death anniversary of Al-Mutawakkil al-Abbasi, enemy of Ahlul Bayt. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation for Relief and Development, affiliated with the Karbala Office of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Husseini Shirazi, held Quran and theology classes during the holy month of Ramadan 2023. The program was a joint effort of the foundation and Imam Hussein Media Group. These educational classes, which received children and teenagers of Karbala, took place every night from 9 to 10:30 p.m. at the Husayniyah of Sayyidah Ruqayya alayhi salam. Specialized instructors trained participants of various age groups in this 9-year-old program, which was originated in 2015 with the aim of teaching Quran and theology to young children living in the holy city of Karbala. This year, the program trained more than 100 learners in 7 groups in different fields, including memorization and hifz, reading and tajweed. Every night, in addition to the Quran training sessions, Hujjat al-Islam al-Muslimin, Sheikh Mustafa Bahreman, gave participants theology lessons on the subject of knowledge and the necessity of knowing Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjallah Ta'ala Farajuh al-Sharif. It should be also mentioned that all Quranic learners were given nice prizes at the end of the holy month of Ramadan. And now we'll continue with some short news. Al-Futurist Media has published imagination-based pictures for the 7 of the most prominent Shia Muslim scholars using artificial intelligence technology. In a press statement received by Shia Waves agency, the media group said that the specialists put enormous efforts into creating these images, which have been published, coinciding with Muslim celebrations of Eid al-Fitr. The scholars whose images were created are Allam al-Majlisi, Allam al-Hilli, Sheikh al-Saduq, Nasir al-Din, al-Tusi, Sheikh al-Mufid, Sheikh al-Kulaini, and Sheikh al-Bahai. The Futurist Media said that the images were created based on what history reports and books say about their appearances and other paintings. Social activists circulated a video showcasing a group of cow vigilants in Punjab, India, attacking a Muslim family and violating its sanctity. The activists said that this attack was based on the vigilants' suspicion that the Muslim family was cooking beef. They added that the police had protected the attackers and confiscated the cooking pot and arrested 3 members of the family for investigation. According to reports, Muslims in India are being attacked and killed in the name of cow protection by right-wing groups whose to the ruling are close to the BJP. The chief of All India Majlis Ittihad al-Muslimin, known as AIM, severely criticized a recent statement made by the Union Minister of India about removing Muslims' welfare benefits in Telangana. Speaking in a public manner at the Karbala in Telangana, Amit Shah had described home, education and employment benefits reserved for Muslims under the local government system as unconstitutional, warning that these reservations would be withdrawn once the Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, is voted to power in the state. He has accused the Telangana's Chief Minister of corruption. Asuddin Owaisi has tweeted in reaction to Amit Shah's speech, explaining that the reservations for Muslims groups is based on empirical data and can be found in an official report by Sudir Commission. Besides anti-Muslim hate speech, BJP has no vision for Telangana, he also added. Owaisi states that if the Union Minister is determined to deliver justice for all backward classes in India, he should introduce an amendment to the constitution to adjust reservations based on socio-economic conditions of these populations, especially Muslim political arguments, are rising as the Indian state is gearing up for assembly elections later this year. Walters Art Museum is displaying over 600 works of representing core Asian and Islamic art. The exhibition entitled Across Asia, Arts of Asia and the Islamic World highlights the connections between art, cultures and religions in Asia. According to the organizers, the Islamic World section demonstrates that Muslims live across the world and on every continent. It is worth mentioning that the gallery will exhibit works dedicated to pilgrimage as an important religious theme. World Book Day is an internationally recognized event celebrated on the 23rd of April, which was introduced by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. The idea was inspired by booksellers in Catalonia, Spain, where a strand of rose was given to the book buyer on this day for every book sold. In 1995, the international body decided to honor copyright on this occasion because it also coincides with the birthdays and deaths of several famous authors, including William Shakespeare. The 3rd of the month of Shawwal marks the death anniversary of Al-Mutawakkil al-Abbasi, the 10th Abbasid Caliph. Mutawakkil was a merciless despot who ruled for nearly 15 years. He is well known for his hatred towards Ahlul Bayt. Most significantly, in 236 after Hijrah, the Abbasid Caliph ordered his men to destroy the tomb of Imam Hussein and raze the surrounding houses to the ground. He also ordered for severing the limbs of anyone heading off to the pilgrimage of Karbala. His rule coincided with the imamate of Imam al-Hadi alayhi salam. In 247 after Hijrah, he was killed by his son, Muntasir, and buried in his palace. In its 2022 report, the World Meteorological Organization, WMO, said that climate change forced millions of people out of their houses in 2022, causing a severe food insecurity. The organization added in its report that while greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise and the climate continues to change, populations worldwide continue to be heavily affected by extreme weather and climate events. Secretary General of WMO, Peter Talsa, said in a statement that in 2022, ongoing drought in East Africa and unprecedented rainfall in Pakistan and record-breaking temperatures in China and Europe impacted tens of millions of caused food insecurity and mass migration. The report indicated that the years 2015 to 2022 were the 8 hottest years ever. And as in 2022, 2.3 billion people faced food shortage and 924 million suffered severe food shortage. We have reached the end of today's Shia Waves show. Let's remind our viewers of today's headlines. Secretary General of Imam Hussein Holy Shrine demands preservation of Karbala's sanctity. First Shi'i morning assembly held in Germany after 1-year ban. Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala says infrastructural development needed for Husseini pilgrims. Misbah al-Hussein Foundation runs Quranic religious programs during the blessed Ramadan in the holy city of Karbala. The 3rd of the month of Shawwal marks death anniversary of Al-Mutawakkil al-Abbasi, enemy of Ahlul Bayt. WMO raises alarm over food insecurity, mass migration caused by rising temperatures. You can view the latest news on Shia Waves website, and you can send news of your city or country to be published on our news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching, and we pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the mass of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
اللهم إني أسألك الأمان